Hey, Northwest and Reading High alumni. Ray Reese here. I wanted to send out an apology, one that may be 30 plus years overdue. So to any woman, any female, any lady or young girl who I may have treated inappropriately or touched inappropriately, I want to apologize. I know it was the 80s, and I know there's this whole boys will be boys, whatever, philosophy, but I wished I had known better. I wished I would have acted better. And to the ladies that I can specifically remember, I've reached out via Messenger, and I've already received at least one response. And if by some chance, you're like, hey, yeah, I remember that time, feel free to reach out to me. I owe you an apology. It may not be anything that, I don't know, but again, by 80s standards would have been considered a big deal, but it's, now that I'm older, it's a big deal to me. And I just want to be mindful, and make you aware that, you matter, your feelings matter, and it matters to me that I make any amends, however late this may be. And it's not that I had like this history of acting more boorishly than the average 8th, 9th, or 10th grader, but the society that we live and have lived in has allowed kids, boys, to act more boorishly than they should. And despite how normal that might have been, I want to apologize for any of my behavior and to anybody who I may have affected, who I may have harmed, however minute that harm might have been. Also, to my friends in the LGBTQIA plus community, I'd like to apologize for any of my behavior back then that may have made it more difficult or more challenging for you to be your true authentic self or become your true authentic self. I like to believe that I was open-minded back then, but I do know that I unfortunately have uttered some slurs, however playfully, and I know that those things can have an impact. Again, not trying to make the excuse of it being the 80s and being younger and whatever. While again, I want to apologize for any harm that I caused. I want to take responsibility for any harm that I caused, regardless of how long ago it was, regardless of how acceptable it was. And really to anybody, to anybody to whom I was a douche, my apologies. I know that before I got to Reading, I was bullied ridiculously. And I know that prior to coming to Reading, I had acted out where I was a bully to other people, And I don't know that, I like to believe that by the time I got to Reading, that phase was gone. But again, to anybody, male, female, non-binary, who I may have been a douche to, I am sorry. And it's not, I'm sorry that you were offended. I am legitimately apologetic for any harm that I may have caused. That's about it. Just wanted to get this out there before I put it off for another 30 years. So take care. Go Vikings. Go Knights. See ya.